What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, me and JK out here in the trapping woods, I guess you could say it. Trapping season's coming to an end here shortly, and haven't been able to trap because of snow and ice all over the ground. But me and JK out here today, gonna get some traps set, try to catch some coons, possums, coyotes, bobcats, stuff like that. So, hope y'all enjoy this video. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, we're here at the first foothold set. Hunter's getting it ready for the trap here. We got the hole for the bait right there. And then we got the, whatever you call it, where the trap sits.
I don't know nothing about trapping.
I know.
So, let me give you a tutorial. This is a simple dirt hole set. This is your trap bed. We got the trap. This is a little MV450. Got it on night latch. Got this trap set up on a drag, tied to that little pine tree right there. And, you know, got gloves. That's a pretty good thing. I like good gloves. It ain't really, it's one to control scent, which the coyote's already gonna know that you've been there. So, I mean, I don't know, but I still like the gloves. But gonna try to get this trap set. I've had this trap here before. I ain't never really caught much on it. But there's some bobcat sign right back down the road. Check your connections right there. They all look good, all nice and closed. Set this down in the ground, give it a, I like to push down and give it a hard twist just to try to pack that thing in there. Because, see, like that, barely any wobble in it. You want that trap to be bedded solid, and when I mean solid, I mean really solid. You want to be able to touch that thing and it don't move. See that little bit of wobble right there? We can take that out no problem. With as cold as it's been being, I don't want to use the regular dirt that's been in the trap bed because that'll freeze up. So right here, just got some peat moss. Just dump this around the jaws. Pack his peat moss in around the jaws. Just pack that in real good. Make sure she's solid. A little bit of wiggle right there. Pack that in. There you go, that only got a little bit of wiggle in it. Touch it right there, that's good. That's good, that's good. Just a little bit of wiggle right there, you see that? We can take that out. Got some wax dirt in the bucket. What I use as a pan cover, just a little bit of toilet paper. I normally just do one sheet. Kind of like that. Take your wax dirt, put a little sifter over it just in case any clumps. Pour that right on top of your pan. Find your pan, pack that. Pack that in real nicely. Like it, can't even feel no wobble in that. We can do that. Put a little bit of peat moss over it, just to kind of help that. Find that pan one more time. pack. When you want that animal, whatever you might be wanting to catch, whether it's coyote, fox, bobcat, you want that animal to be committed into coming into this set. And got some frozen ground right here. I'm gonna try to break this back just a little bit. Got the chain going out right there for your drag.
Tied to that pine tree right there.
Just wanna push some dirt over top of this chain so the animals can't see that. Kind of break this frozen dirt around. You don't really want it to be too much of a bowl. I kind of like this set because it's a little bit, not too much of a step down, but a little bit to where when that animal comes in, you want it to come in, put that foot down, be committed. Got this trap offset, the pan's offset to the right of the hole just a little bit because, you know, I don't really like having the pan lined up perfectly with the hole, because if you think about an animal coming in, you know, it's going to be like this. Walking in, it's not going to come in like this, so you want it to be over just a little bit. Normally I'd like that pan to be a little bit further over, but that set right there ought to still do pretty good. Just got to have the animals that come through, and then I'm going to take the dirt that came out of the bed and just put just a dusting over top. You don't want much over it because you don't want that dirt to freeze and it'll make a crust. Put some little clods of dirt around just to have guides on where you want them to step. You don't want to put no rocks or nothing that's going to affect the jaws closing of the trap, because you don't want that animal to be able to wiggle out of there, because they will if they get the opportunity to. So break some of this back and just put that on there, and we're gonna get some bait in there. That'll be a finished set. All right, so now for the bait. I like to have a different pair of gloves for these, because you definitely don't want to get bait on your good trapping gloves, because you don't want to be fooling with the dirt in your trap bed, get bait on those gloves, and then the animal come and dig you out. So I like to have another set of gloves. I know a lot of people don't really fool much with their gloves, but want to look around, see what we got. Just seen some fox tracks right here, so we're gonna see if we can catch him. Got a little Mark June's Widowmaker. Really like that. It's kind of a subtle, soft bait. Find a good bait stick. You want to have a stick that's long enough to reach down to the bottom of the hole, and you know, you want to get a good, generous glob of bait. Put that down to the bottom and just rub that around. You want them to have to work for that. You don't want them to just easily get it. Shove that behind your backing. Let's see. A little rabbit hide. We're just gonna put some cat collector on there. I think it works good, kind of all around. I catch foxes, coyotes, bobcats off of it, so I don't have any complaints. You want a smaller stick for your lure, you know, a little bit goes a long ways. I just take a a little bit, if I can get it on the stick. A little bit like that. Take and rub that on the top of the hole and then kind of let it fall down in there. Put that back in there. Come in here. Got some Hallbaker's Widowmaker. Shake that up. I'll come over here to the tree. I'd like to find a hanging down limb, but might not be able to find one, so I'm just gonna take some pine tags. Dip that down in there. Just like to get something up high that kind of holds that smell. That'll get a little bit of smell up top. Come in here. That ain't gonna work. Get a little stick. Kind of shove that down in there. Rub a little bit of that on the hole and just kind of throw this right up top. Put this back in the bag and get some fox pea right here. Give that a little shake. Put that right in there. That's a finished set. We're gonna get on down the line, get some more traps set. Y'all stay tuned. Hold on a minute, I about forgot. Got a little rabbit hide right here for me and JK catching rabbits. Got some videos out on that. If y'all haven't seen that, y'all need to go watch that. Good videos. Now I gotta see if I can get the bag open. Let's see. Try to rip a piece off, but I don't know if I can. There you go. Get a little piece like that. Take, put down in the hole. I'm gonna put a little bit on top just for kind of visual. Get my bait stick right here. Take that and just kind of push that down in there. That way give them something to see. A little bit more smell. Now, that's a finished set. Now we're gonna get down the trap line. All right, got the set finished here. This was MB550 right here. See my shadow real good. MB550, got some rabbit fur right there. Gator bait down the hole, bobcat gland, cat collector, some cat pee. See that set, you know, that pan's offset to the right just a little bit, pan's about right there. So that's a good finished set. That ought to catch some pretty soon, don't you think, JK?
It wouldn't catch me. That stuff stinks.
All right, well, the old mule right here. We're gonna get down the line. Probably be setting some coon traps next, so y'all stay tuned. All right, we got a little bit of a different trap right here. Got a little dog proof. We have been struggling to find a dog proof so far that did not have frozen cat food in it. But this one is not frozen. As you can tell, the trigger works good. Just a plain old dog proof, things by Z Traps or something like that. I don't know. I like them really good. Set fairly simple. Some of them you get harder than others. You just want to latch that kind of like that, and you see your mechanism down in there. a little trigger mechanism. Jab this in the ground. I like to jab it in at an angle. Take your cat food, dump it in here. I don't like to fill it up. Like to get it about like that. Got a few free pieces on the outside, and I'll put just a smidgen over the top. Few pieces on the outside. This is where the old cat food was. I promise you they ain't gonna fill up on those few pieces. A coon or possum, you know, is gonna be greedy. They're hunting for anything they can find to eat. But just to kind of entice anything that wants to come in. Let me see what I got here. I got crawfish oil and raccoon lure. Which one do you think I should use, JK?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. Alright. Crawfish oil it is. We're just gonna come in here. I don't really like to put this on top of the food. Kind of take it, and I'm just gonna dribble a little bit around here like that. I'll dribble a little bit on top of the trap, maybe some of that'll soak down in there. Another good thing for a lure that I found that works really good for coons and possums is bacon grease, sausage grease, you know, some kind of grease like that. They really like that. I've caught maybe 30 possums this year, a few coons. So this stuff works. Ain't trying to tell you nothing that's wrong. I just know this stuff works for me. I know we got a few more dog proofs down the line. Another foothold is a little bit different of a set on that one, so we're going to show you guys that, so y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, like I said, this is a little bit of a different set. Still got a good MB550. Got this one on an earth anchor. I haven't talked much about location, but location is key for this. Coming right down this road right here, comes around a curve, another little road goes up in there, so it's like a three-way intersection. I just kind of set a trap right dead center. If I can get this trap back like I want it, it's kind of like a step down kind of set, which I don't set often, but I do like this set. First night I had this trap set, I actually had a fox come and step right on the pan, but the trap froze in the ground. So trying to fix those problems, trying to iron that out. As you can tell, all this dirt on the top right here just froze solid. That's what that ground dirt will do to you when it gets cold, especially when it got moisture in it. And then you get down in here where that wax dirt is, it just freezes that soil right up. See if I can get this thing to break open. Trap's froze too. There it goes. More open than I thought it was. I'm gonna just set this and set it right back off. Make sure it gets any dirt or ice out of there, because you don't want that to affect your trap. You want to catch this stuff, so clean this bed out. Got some pine tags in it and stuff. They can clean the bait hole out too. I'm gonna dump this in the woods. Reason I say I'm gonna dump any of that in the woods in case it got any bait in it. You know, they ain't running around here trying to eat it. With this being on the earth anchor too, I want to take this swivel and just beat a spot down in the ground for it. Try to get this icy dirt off the top right here. Okay, you want to get that camera and show them right here where that hole is. Might help somebody. Got it beat down right there. Could probably be beat down a little bit more. Just kind of shove it in a hole, because you don't want that to affect anything. Flip this back out. I always like to go dog facing back towards the hole. That's just how I do it. See right here how that's trying to wobble. Don't want to set in there. So I'm just going to take my tool and dig this out. Open this back up like that. I typically don't set a lot with earth anchors, but you know, sometimes you got to. Give that a good twist. That's decently set in there. Come back in here, get your peat moss. Try to keep any clumps from going up under there right now. See how steady that is? Look at that. Can I see that?
Mm-hmm.
See how solid that's bedded? That's how you want that thing to be. I'm gonna just take and come in here. I wanna try to break the roughness up of this, because I don't like that at all. Pull some of this back. Again with toilet paper. I know there's people out there use all kinds of stuff, polyfill. They make pan covers, mesh pan covers. I just, you know, this is what my dad used, so this is what I use. He never had no problems with it. Pour that wax dirt right on that pan. Try not to waste none of this stuff, because it gets rather expensive. Make sure ain't no clumps in it. Just want to make sure that trap is absolutely solid. That's nice and solid. Put this back over there. I'm gonna take peat moss. Put peat moss in there. I do need to pre-sift this next time, but didn't do that this time, so it is what it is. Put that in there. Take some of this dirt to just kind of change the color of the top. That's all you want to do, is just change the color of the top. And honestly, so much of this is frozen up. I think what I'm gonna do is kind of do this. Take peat moss, just change the color of the top with that peat moss. Take this out. Just like that. Had a clump fall down in the hole. Want to get that out. Throw that over there. Put some clods right in here. I really like the looks of this set. Shouldn't freeze up. Shouldn't is the key word. Take some of these smaller clods and just kind of put in here to guide their foot. Do like that. And you know, again, don't want to use no rocks. Don't want that to stop the jaws from closing. That dirt will just, you know, mash up when it comes up. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. We're going to get this trap baited. Well, first I'm going to take some of this extra dirt. I need a little bit more backing. So, let's take this stuff and put up here. I don't want to go too flashy because I still want to have the chance of catching a coyote on it. And coyotes don't like the flash too much. I know a bobcat does, but a bobcat will still come into this too. That's all it has to do is smell it. So. Put some more stuff back here. You can see that pretty good. And just to kind of be able to see it better, I'm gonna put some rabbit fur on top of the hole. Yeah, y'all stay tuned and we'll get this trap baited. All right, guys, we're at a different spot here, different farm, and I got a trap right here that I'm gonna pull up. This spot never really done much for me. So I got the trap puller, had this trap on the earth anchor. Just gonna come in here, try to put this hook around the bottom of the swivel best I can. Or maybe put it on top. Yeah, I'm gonna do that like that. Just try to pull it up a little bit. Be easy with it. You don't want to break these earth anchors. Put that up under there. I don't want that to break. Don't break, please don't break. You know what? I feel like that's gonna try to break, so I'm gonna get my tool. And I'm gonna start digging it out because I really don't want it to break. Like, really don't want it to break. So I'm gonna dig it out some. Because these things get real expensive too. And I don't feel like buying more.
If you move this thing back so you're pulling straight up, it might help a little bit.
Much. It just wants to break. Try not to hit my cord. This ground is just trying to suction, cup it down. It's moving. Yeah, but it still wants to break. This is a darn tough anchor. Let me see it. It's bowed out. I think I seen it a minute ago. Yeah. I think I just heard it start breaking. It's about to break.
Yeah, it's splitting.
Yep. Once it does that, that earth anchor ain't gonna be good no more anyway, so might as well just break it. Broke right off. Pull the J hook off. So that's a trap that got to be worked on now. That was a epic fail. Sometimes that happens. That's the main reason why I don't like using earth anchors a lot. So yeah, it is what it is. Hey guys, well, this is where we're gonna end the video today. Had to come down here and check my sister's trap. She didn't catch none, but she got this trap set right on this beaver dam right here. Then had a coon crossing right here, so gonna try to catch him. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. We got a bunch of traps set. Had fun doing it. Hope y'all enjoyed watching it.
Come back tomorrow to see if we caught anything.
We probably wouldn't get the video out tomorrow. We probably post a short if we did catch anything. So anyways, y'all stay tuned. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. We'll catch you in the next one.